Now, Michel, many people will obviously know you as a FESPA board member, but there's another side to your life. Tell us about that.
At my FESPA life, I had another passion in my pointing occupation, which was to point for fine art, for artists, and that gave me the occasion to meet and to work together with many artists in the world, you see. And I was naturally involved to use screen printing at that moment as a tool to create or recreate art. At the beginning of that artistical expression, using screen printing, making what we call original serigraphy, which are numbered limited edition, and that have to be signed by the artist himself. It means that it can be done only when the artist is alive.
Working with those very challenging artists like Dali and Miro, what happens when they pass away and the next generation wants to exploit their artistic genius? What do you do?
In some rare occasion, you've got the descendant, the son or the wife of the artist, as what we call, it was the case for some very famous artists, a chop, the chop of the artist, and she has a kind of a right to produce edition of her husband or her father or wherever. If not, okay, you go to a museum and say, we like to reproduce. Then we use a 4-color process or 5-color process, often classical technology, but some others, they don't know anything about the technology. They come to me and they say, I have an exhibition of, I want to make a portfolio with 4, 5, 6 or more. We say we will change this or that. So it becomes really a dual creation. It's a very interesting part of screen printing, and now also used in digital with the American, what they call the giclée.
So in working with all these very, very famous and talented artists, you yourself have created a number of techniques that didn't exist. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
I wanted that screen printing was able to produce halftone, tonality, different things. You cannot use the dots, regular dots, for deontological reason, because it's a reproduction tool. So I created a technology based on the silver of the film in '63, continuous tone printing. Then we had to change the technology because the technique tools evaluate. And for example, we need a lot of silver on the film. The silver disappeared after the '74 crisis. So we need to adapt it to scanner, to other technology. Then we came to the pure digital area. So it was a succession of change of technology, and it's good because it means that technology evaluates, change, and you have to adapt yourself. And at the beginning, you had to invent something. So that's where you can have both artistical creativity and technical creativity as a tool for art.
For people watching and wanting to know a little more about the fine art market, can you give us an idea of how big it is and whether it's changing?
Yes, it has been a market. That market is changing from the continent to continent. It's follow deeply the general artistical quotation, expression, sales. We estimate that a serigraphy original, if a painter will sell one painting 100,000 euro, his screen serigraphy will be sold 10,000 euro. It's not a real rule, you see, it's just like it is, that's all. I mean, it's a tradition, etc.